before I head downstairs and actually start cooking and being productive with my Sunday, all I wanted to say is I'm going to be starting a series on some transition recipes which you can try. So if you've ever like wondered, oh, what should I eat if I don't eat meat, and what do vegetarians eat, what else can I eat if there's no meat on my plate, then I might have a few ideas for you. Like, not all ideas, you still need to do your own research, but I might have a few ideas which can help you out. I'm a big believer in transitioning period, and I'm gonna do a YouTube dedicated to this. But basically, what I mean is, if you're gonna stop eating certain foods, for instance, fish, I'm a big believer in you need to know what you need to replace it, like have a substitute for it. When I'm talking about replacing, I mean like replacing it. If you stop eating fish, you still need those omega 3s. So probably increase your intake in flaxseed, because flaxseeds have a lot of omega 3s. And I'm also a believer in, like, you can get almost all nutrients in vegetables, in natural foods, not just vegetables, but in natural foods which are not meat. However, I'm gonna probably use this channel also to show you some examples and educate you in how you can do it and how some people have done it. Because I've had my ups and downs, not gonna lie, and I've had like periods where I was vegetarian but I was so unhealthy. I was malnourished and all that because I wasn't eating the proper way. Like eating, if you're Zimbabwean, you probably know this whole thing whereby you start eating sadza veggie. I'm not a fan of sadza, but yeah, and that's not healthy. That's absolutely not healthy. You need to have a balanced diet. So yeah, I'm gonna be using this series to show you how you can do it and that you can do it. So yeah, but anyway, let me head down and start my day and actually cook, record, and give you one recipe.
So step one, basically put some crushed garlic, or the best one would be to use proper, what's it called, garlic powder, crushed garlic, a bit of like carrots, crushed carrots as well. So you need like a cup of crushed carrots, and then probably 2 crushed garlic, or actually I use one and a half crushed garlic, or 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, which is the best, and then a little bit of ginger. So guys, the thing about me is my ingredients, I work with my eyes, not measurements, but I'm trying measurements. I'm gonna try measurements this time around. And then, like, oh man, you know what, put as much ginger as you want. Probably a teaspoon as well. Yeah, or if you're like me who likes ginger, just put it as much as you can. And then second step would be to put a little bit of, so B12, most vegetarians, they lack B12. So yeah, I'm gonna use some nutritional flax, and I'm using probably like 3 teaspoons of these, like a lot. Actually, let's go for 4. Yeah, I just like the flavor anyway. So yeah, and the ones I used are these ones. They are called Angelvita, basically. You can get them from Amazon. And then your seasoning. It literally depends on what you like, but because I want these ones to taste a little bit like chicken, so I'm gonna use some chicken stock, or you can use whatever you like. I like this brand basically, and I'm using a teaspoon. Actually, let's go for 2. Okay, this is, sorry to my friends who I once made this. I remember the first days I tried making this recipe, like the whole gluten thingy, and it used to taste bad because I didn't know that you had to do the flavoring before you actually make the stuff. So I'll put flavor after, and my friends would eat. No, the first time I did it, I did for my few friends. You know yourself, I'm not gonna say names. And then I think it tasted like rubber. But anyway, they ate it. Oh my gosh, thank you guys. I don't know how you did it and why you did it, but thank you. Anyway, so how many did I put? And then also I like aroma. Basically, this flavor is the best. If you're vegetarian, vegan, you can literally use this. I don't know if you can use it if you're gluten-free. Contains gluten, yeah, whatever. But anyway, this recipe is not for gluten-free members. Gluten-free members will sort you out another time. This is for like vegetarians. We're trying to transition, but we can't eat gluten and all that. So I'm gonna use 2. Basically, my point is you need a lot of flavor in this. A lot of flavor. Otherwise, your vegetarian sausages would taste really crap. And then use a different spoon. Some mixed herbs. So I'm just gonna use like 1 teaspoon of mixed herbs. I like mixed herbs. Like I do. You can use a tablespoon actually. For this time around, I'm just gonna use 1. And then try to mix everything up. And salt to taste. So sometimes I use pink Himalayan, but today I'm just gonna use the normal sea salt basically. And a teaspoon of this because actually a teaspoon might be too much. Just enough to flavor. Just use your eyes, guys. Because the stock had a lot of what can I say? A lot of salt. So I don't want to be like using too much salt basically. And the other thing I'm gonna use is step 2. Add some gluten flour. I've used like 300 liters. 300 liters. I can't remember how many thinking that's equivalent to. I will write it down in the video. And then just mix. I think the water was too much, so we're gonna add a little bit more. So basically, as you can see, there's a little bit of water lacking. I'm just gonna add some walnuts, crushed walnuts, and they shouldn't be like too thin, otherwise they'll dry your ingredients, your sausages. But just big enough to make the sausages a little bit like crunchy and all that, if you want that. But if you don't, then just leave it like that. And then just add a little bit more of gluten flour. So I ended up adding 200 more grams of gluten flour because the water was a lot. And then literally use my hands to mix them. Clean hands. Make sure. By the way, guys, at this stage you can still add a little bit of flavor. If you, after it's all made, you can literally just take a little bit and taste it. See if it's the flavor you want. If it's not, then just add a little bit of that and mix it again. Yeah. Now the next step, basically get some cling film. Take your what's it called, a bit of the gluten. Oh, it's not working with my hand, but my hands are clean anyway. So take a little bit from it. It's gonna be hard because it's like proper tied together. Put it in a cling film, and then try and make your desired shape basically. Once it's like that, put some cling film. Okay, it might be too much cling film. And then roll it. Roll it together. Just leave it like that on the side. Do the same with literally all your dough, literally. So, ding, 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 ding. Oh, this is a big one. Big sausage. So in a steamer with water, basically, put as much water, but don't let it go over this. And then put your sausages in. So as you can see, I've filled it with the sausages, and then leave it for 40 to 45 minutes, and then take them out. So after an hour, yeah, I literally left them for an hour. Take out the sausages from the packaging, and they should look something like that. And then you can now do whatever you want with them.